Most companies only take action after disaster has struck. A defective product reaches a customer, a software system crashes, or a massive logistical delay occurs. They react after the fact. But within Lean Six Sigma, we refuse to wait for things to go wrong. In the improve phase, we use a mathematical shield to eliminate errors before they even surface, the failure mode and effect analysis, or FMEA. With this tool, we calculate a cold, hard risk priority number to determine exactly which hidden risks you need to neutralize today.
Okay, let's dive into this comparison. We all know the absolute chaos of reactive problem management. Think about standard delivery times for a major retailer like Bull.com. Maybe they have a strict 2-day delivery norm. In reactive environment, you usually only find out a process is broken when a highly irritated customer actually calls to complain that their package is late, or worse, totally lost. You're just constantly fighting fires. But proactive process control, which sits right at the heart of Lean Six Sigma, completely flips the script. We use rigorous methodology to spot the spark before it ever becomes a fire. We literally design processes so that errors are mathematically neutralized.
Part 1. The core of the FMEA deconstructed. This brings us to our primary defense mechanism, the failure mode and effect analysis, or FMEA. This explainer defines it as a structured tool used specifically to identify potential fall factoren, which simply means failure factors within a process. It's an absolute cornerstone of the analyze and improve phases of any project. Instead of just sitting in a room casually brainstorming what might go wrong, the FMEA forces a cross-functional team to list every single step in a process and systematically break down exactly how it could fail, what the effect on the customer would be, and what the root causes actually are. It completely takes the guesswork out of risk management.
To do this, the FMEA relies on 3 critical dimensions, and each one is scored on a really strict scale from 1 to 10. First up, we have severity. This asks a simple question. If this failure happens, how painful is it for the customer or the business? A score of 1 means it's barely noticed, while a 10 means catastrophic failure or a severe legal violation. Second is occurrence. What's the actual probability that this specific root cause will happen? A 1 means it's virtually impossible, while the 10 means you're seeing this happen every single day. And third, we have a detection. If the error does occur, how likely are our current control mechanisms to catch it before it reaches the customer? A 1 means we have an automated system that will absolutely catch it without fail, and a 10 means the error is completely undetectable to us until the customer complains.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we bring those metrics together. We multiply those 3 numbers, severity times occurrence times detection, and that gives us the risk priority number, or RPN. The maximum possible score is 1,000. This calculation provides a completely objective, cold hard, data-driven ranking of your operational vulnerabilities. According to the guidelines, any RPN greater than a designated threshold, let's say 150, demands immediate prioritized corrective action from the management team.
Part 2. The practical case at BlueprintRM&co. Let's apply this to the real world, looking at the premium e-commerce logistics environment at BlueprintRM&co. Specifically, we're looking at the shipment of expensive design gadgets. We're going to analyze one potential failure mode here. The anti-theft seal is applied incorrectly or missing from the shipping box entirely. Let's calculate the risk live right now. Severity. A customer receives a box that looks tampered with, or the product gets stolen in transit. That's highly severe for a high-end brand, so we score it an 8. Occurrence. Because this is a highly manual process executed under a lot of time pressure, it happens regularly. Score is a 6. Detection. Right now, there's no final audit for the seal. The package goes straight into the shipping container, and we only find out when the customer complains. So the score is a 9. Let's do the math. 8 times 6 times 9. That gives us an initial RPN of 432. That's a massive operational risk hitting us right in the face. And this is exactly where the Lean Six Sigma Black Belt steps in to engineer a solution. They implement a Poka Yoke, which is a clever mistake-proofing mechanism. They don't just send out an email telling people to work harder or pay more attention. The system itself needs to change. So they install a smart camera directly above the packing line. The system is programmed so it will never release the order to the courier unless the presence of the anti-theft seal is visually verified by that scan. And this brilliantly illustrates the true power of the tool. Let's recalculate the RPN post-improvement. Severity remains an 8 because a stolen premium product is still fundamentally terrible for business. But occurrence? Because the system now strictly enforces the process, the chance of the error occurring drops all the way down to a 2. And detection? Because the smart camera flags any missing seal instantly,
detection drops down to a 1. Let's run the numbers again. 8 times 2 times 1, the new risk priority number is 16. We've taken a chaotic operational vulnerability of 432 and effectively neutralized it.
Part 3. The ultimate governance tool.
What we've just seen proves that the FMEA is far more than just some spreadsheet for engineers. It's the ultimate governance tool for the improve and control gates. It forces cross-functional teams, from procurement to IT to the shop floor, to objectively break down vulnerabilities together. It shifts a company's culture away from pointing fingers when things break toward collaboratively engineering incredibly robust systems. Which leaves us with a provocative question for anyone leading a team or managing a process today. Are you exclusively investing capital in the operational risks that truly matter? By utilizing the cold, hard logic of the risk priority number, you can ensure your resources are deployed exactly where they'll protect your customers the most, for education and entertainment.